Hello, welcome back. Right, we are playing a brand new playthrough on Build 42 today. This is basically, I wanted to make a video which is going to be centered around being a couple weeks into the outbreak, and I thought the best way to do that is just to play a new playthrough and get that way. So, we have picked some stuff that I think will be best for preparing a safe house. So we've got a little bit of carpentry. Prone to illness, slow healer, weak stomach are usually the negatives I go with. I like to have cat's eyes because it makes for a more enjoyable viewing experience for you guys. Fitness to help with like muscle strain and going for longer. And fast reader to cut down on the amount of times we're going to be reading skill books. Days are going to be 1 hour long. That has been changed in a recent update to 1 hour 30. But we're gonna stick with we're just gonna stick with 1 hour days. And we are running vanilla. There are no mods in this playthrough. Just completely vanilla. And I think we're gonna try basing out of a storage bin. Is my thoughts and feelings on this one. Can I have? You know what? Yeah, let's just stick with the mustache. This is fine. I would also like a golf cap and a different colored shirt, please. Can I express a pet peeve, chat? Why are we now able to change all the camo on the polo t-shirts and like a bunch of other clothing items, but we can't change the color individually on the lumberjack t-shirts, on the lumberjack shirts? Why is that? We have 5 colors available, but we can't edit them, and I just find that a little bit weird because we can do it with everything else, you know? Small pet peeve, very small, just feels odd. Jeans. Yeah, that'll do. Probably how the textures are set up. Probably something like that, yeah. No, that's all good. Let's go with that. That will do nicely. I want some glasses, maybe? Yes, that will do. Look, excellent. Beautiful. Hello, Grand. How are you today, sir? What up? Best we can do is make keys heavier. I will never understand that kind of that decision. Looking good, but also definitely a PG tips drinker. He does strike me a little bit that way. The game feels so weird without the music. Yeah, so this is kind of a thing that I've had a couple of times. Like, we brought this up when we've done VOD recordings and things like that. If I have the music playing, it probably wouldn't be a problem because we're making a VOD right now. But if I have the music playing during a video, it makes editing a lot harder. Because every time you transition to a new scene, the music jumps to a different part of the track. So it's like, it makes recording really, really difficult. We're going to leave the pistol in the magazine because I just don't want it. I find it super weird that we've still got this. Does anybody else find it weird that we're still given a pistol that's like, you know, for like testing aiming and whatever, and we're like, what, 6 months into the unstable build? Do we, you know, I feel like we've had a chance to test it now. Do you know what I mean? Think you can capture video and sound separately? Would that be a solution? Well, no, because the music in game can't be separated to a different track, Weasels. So the game audio, like the sound effects of the game, are still on the same track as the music. There's no, as far as I'm aware, you can't separate the two. Okay, well that's easy enough. Ooh, whetstone, nice. Yeah, no, music that's run separately through like Spotify or whatever is no problem. It's just the in-game stuff. But we're not using this for a video. We're using it for the VOD channel, so we can run the in-game music on this one. It's not a problem. I've just got to remember to turn it off when we get to recording like that video a couple days down the line. Why does my quality keep setting itself to 360p? I don't remember Zomboid looking that rough. So we spawned in West Point, chat, and my goal for this one is I want to make a base out of one of the storage bins. Which I believe is on like the southeast side of town. Ooh. Bag spotted. And potential other loot. We're going over there. Target acquired. Look at all these zombies though. This is not gonna be easy. I might need to find myself like maybe like a one-handed weapon or something first, even if it's like really bad. Just some kind of weapon to arm myself with. I could pick up a rock. Who remembers the first like few weeks of Build 42 where rocks were just overpowered as weapons? You could kill somebody with a stone in like 2 or 3 hits. You can't make this shit up, I swear to God. Literally the first house I go to. What is with my reputation and house alarms, dude? I don't know how I do it, chat. And I've picked the only house in the neighborhood where the TV was actually on. Okay, I think we can get out the back here safely. It says. Nope. I can't believe that. Literally cannot make this stuff up. It's the first house we go to. I do have a backpack though. So, you know, that's something. Can opener. Nice. Of course, you can also just make a backpack now when you spawn pretty easily because the sheets on windows being turned into bags. Plastic water bottle, nice. Saucepan, that will make our first weapon. Empty pan, we'll take one of those too. I still like Zomboid if Randy Random was the event coordinator. Rimworld references. Oh, I've picked another only house in the neighborhood with the TV on and at full volume at that. Okay. Flashlight, cool. These guys are all wearing party hats. There's a party somewhere. Have a nice little grapefruit. Any ETA on stable release yet? Nah. Don't expect one. There will probably not be an ETA. They don't do them. They just sort of, if they do, it'll be like a few days heads up, and that'll be it. Most of the time, they just drop them without saying anything. It's just sort of how they do. Sleeping pills would be good. Some stuff for tailoring. Not bad. We don't have to get that bag anymore. Although I would be interested in maybe like what other loot was there. Baseball cap. Ah, a canteen. Holds about the same as mine though, so no real reason for me to take that canteen over a bottle. Ooh, heavy duty flashlight, screwdriver. I thought I heard steps there. Oh, there's a few zombies outside, eh? But then they will be because they've been bloody moved around by this alarm that went off. We've got some seeds here. Take those. Fair enough, less expectations to deal with, I guess. Yeah, basically. On it, like, being 100% honest with you, it just comes down to the fact that, like, the indie zone are not great with meeting deadlines that they set. If I'm completely honest, the time frames that they've given in the past, they've not met. So they're just not going to do it. Build 42 is pretty stable though, so no issues since its release as far as my saves go that have been game breaking. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with corrupted saves or anything. There's no multiplayer yet for Build 42. I don't know why though. Possibly map issues. No, so that's a development process thing. So basically, the Indie Stone have always preferred to work on the single player version of the game first, get everything they want in and sorted, at least predominantly, work on fixing the bugs, the issues, all of that stuff, and then when they implement multiplayer, if there's any more issues that come up, they know it's as a result of releasing multiplayer. It's basically so that they don't have to do so that they don't it makes their development process a lot easier, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because if you've got you're essentially working on two different versions of the game almost with multiplayer. Single player and multiplayer are two very different beasts, so it just makes no sense to bring multiplayer in while they're still trying to figure things out. Recently started streaming PC myself because of you and Beaver. Any tips? This is going to come across as rude, but I don't mean it to be. Be very careful with how you talk to other creators around things like just starting out. Because some people are going to see that as you basically injecting the fact that you stream to try and attract viewers from their audience, and it's gonna rub people the wrong way. The best thing you can do is ask for some tips from people like that behind closed doors. Send some DMs, you know, just ask them politely if they're willing to give you a few pointers, so that you're not kind of like setting the wrong impression, and focus more on what you want to bring to it as your vibe, your channel, your brand, than anything anybody else is doing, if that makes sense. It's all about what you can bring to it, what you can do, and not what other people are doing. So for me, I love making games easier for people. I love teaching people games. So, you know, with my channel, that took the form of me doing like beginner guides and things like that, trying to explain how to play, make things more accessible, because I love that sort of thing. I've got a passion for it. So find whatever your thing is and go for it. And don't be afraid to throw shit at the wall until it sticks too. Because, like, you know, I don't want you guys to think that I just succeeded doing the first thing that I did when it came to content creation, because I didn't, you know. I went through a bunch of different games, a bunch of different styles of content, before I found what worked for me and what people liked. And when I noticed that one thing was going particularly well, I stuck with it, and I went with it. And that's all you can do. So don't be afraid to try things. Focus more on yourself than anyone else, because everybody is different in the content creation world. And have fun with it. Never stop having fun with it. If you go into it trying to see it as a business and trying to make money, like, you're probably not going to do that well, because, like, you need to have that passion. You need to be able to do it potentially with no return other than just, you know, having a community of people that are willing to talk to you for years, potentially, without seeing any success, you know? Just enjoy it. No, that's all good, man. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate you. And it is tough learning like etiquette and things like that, especially on Twitch. I think Twitch more so is more like, yeah, learning etiquette can be important. YouTube less so, because YouTube's just making videos. Whereas on Twitch, you're interacting with people live, right? There's a lot of like faux pas, as it were. And I guess that would be my other tip for you, like in a kind of from a business standpoint. Don't just stream. Do other things outside your streaming time that can try and bring people to your stream. You know? So like if you're... Oh, this is going to be heavy, but it might be worth. I don't know. Is it? Yeah. You know, like if you're creating like, I don't know, YouTube videos or YouTube shorts or TikToks or whatever it is you're doing, you're gonna have much better chances of success than just streaming, because like loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of people stream. Try to do something that will attract people to that stream, you know? Get your name out there a bit. And be prepared to do it for a while. I think I was... How long was I going for? I think I made content for 3.5 years before I saw any sort of return on investment. And when I say return on investment, I mean before, like, people even started, like, just... Like, I'm not talking of making earnings. I mean, just before we had any sort of viewership, it took, like, over 3.5 years, I think, for me to figure things out. And that's cool, because it's all part of it. It's all part of it. Not ever find magazines I want in Build 42. How to use generators is like Sledgehammer Rare. How to use generators has always been Sledgehammer Rare, though. That's always been a thing. It is, like, you're right. It's really hard to find, but that's on purpose. Now, though, if you get electrical level 3, you just learn it automatically. So, my advice would be get electrical beginner and intermediate and start collecting digital watches off of zombies. Because, honestly, like, there's no guarantee you're going to find it like you've found yourself. And that can sometimes just be the easier of the two. Have any advice? I have I average a month before I die, and so I mean a month is pretty damn good. Generally lose weight or get swarmed by a horde. I mean, so getting swarmed by a horde, that would probably be hubris. That's just getting overconfident. That comes with time, and believe me, it's a killer that even veterans experience. And the other one is like losing weight. My advice there would be get some cows. Get some cows, make a butter churner, and put butter in your meals. That shit is free calories, dude. Free calories. Cows are OP as fuck. Just eat butter. Yeah, I mean, essentially, if you're losing weight, right, in Project Zomboid, if that's actually a thing, like if you're losing weight, it comes down to calories and nothing else. Like, yes, there are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, etc., etc., etc. But primarily, just focus on the calories, man. If your character is consuming a high amount, then they will put on weight. Do you plan on hosting a multiplayer server once Stable is released? Yeah. We have one right now. We have a whitelisted Patreon server for Build 41, which has been running since Build 41 released multiplayer. So yeah, we will definitely be running that on Build 42. Erland's used cars. Where did that? Oh, I put it back. High Street Apartments. Moss oil. This could be a good place for us to just sort of hunker down temporarily. This one here. Very small building, but it'll work as like a temporary base since it's like right on the edge. I think I spawned on like the wrong side of town entirely as well. Fresh avocado. And if you know that reference, you're one of my people. Free avocado. Ooh, Woodcraft, episode 2. Let's go, dude. That is huge. Should actually probably be trying to watch the TV when we can. Probably missed it already by the looks of it. Depending on what you want to do in Rosewood, that wrong side isn't that wrong. We're in West Point. I don't know if I said Rosewood. My mistake, but another tip for gaining weight might be laying low for a couple days, not use much energy. Yeah, that too. The other way to mega gain is to make a press and turn sunflower seeds into oil. Yeah. That can work. Hell yeah, brother. A little bit of fishing skill. Let's go. No, we're definitely in West Point. I think we're at the top corner. I think up this street here will be like the bit by the coast where the fishing and bait shop is and all that. Maybe I should start playing again. I'm getting rusty. I was thinking, you know, I was actually thinking about making a just like a very quick video. Nothing too sort of strenuous. Did you guys know that there's a thing called Zomboid Guesser, where you have to actually like, guess where the screenshots are on the map? Zomboid guesser. I think I'd be good at that game. Or I thought I would be. Turns out I'm terrible at it. Absolutely terrible. I thought I would be great at Zomboid guesser, but I absolutely suck. Most of the times I get none of them. I had one where I got like all 4 out of 5, and then like the rest of them I just suck at. Thank you for the follow, Chris. I appreciate that. Well, that's a lot of zombies. The thing is, getting down to those storage bins is going to be a bit of a journey. I think we're best off sticking on this road. And just try to head down it, you know? Why are we moist? I'm not hot. My character's not even warm. Unless I missed the moodle that came up earlier. As far as I'm aware though, he's not warm, so why am I moist? Yeah, my t-shirt's soaked through. I must be warm then. So why is it not telling me? I'll leave my lumberjack shirt and have the hoodie instead. I wonder if that's because maybe I exercise too much, or whether it's just a bug with like how the heat isn't presented properly, or I don't know. Weird. Yum. Give me fish. You washed your clothes too? Did I? I don't think I did. Because my other stuff would be wet then, right? Like my socks and... Oh no, you're right, actually. We did. We did, didn't we? Because I got like a different outfit, didn't I? Got like a different thing and then cleaned it. Maybe that's it. We cleaned the hoodie and it's like soaked through into the t-shirt, or I cleaned both by mistake. You might have it. Already checking there. I have like a 5-second memory. I'm like a goldfish. Going up to 9 p.m. Gonna have to find a place to call it a night here soon. And since this is on the edge of the town, I feel like this area is probably best. Which one of you rigged that alarm? Which one of you fuckers rigged this alarm? This is some bullshit. How the hell am I gonna hit an alarm on my first house, and then the moment I say, we should probably find a place to bed for the night, chat. We should probably go to sleep. The game's like, hey, but what if there was an alarm, dude? Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm tired now, too. I'm actually just now tired. This is... We're timing that perfectly. Yes. Yes, we have timed this perfect. I was making a beeline for me. If you want to know the sandbox settings, Max, it's basically just Apocalypse, but with 1 hour days. I should have maybe made the loot rarer to make it more interesting. That's okay. Look how far the alarms draw zombies from. Kind of crazy, honestly. I'm glad we singled out this house as a potential safe house. What's the default day cycle? It's 1.5 hour days now on Apocalypse. For some reason, they changed it to 1.5. I don't know what made them make that decision, but they did. I'm not opposed to the change. I just think it's a personal preference thing, so it just struck me as a bit odd. You know what I mean? It just struck me as a little bit sort of odd that they decided to change it as a default when it's been that way for years. So, not against it, because I play with 2 hour days ordinarily but we're doing this like a video, so I kind of just want to keep it a bit shorter so I can get to where I want to. But yeah, it did just feel a bit odd. I don't know. Playing with 1% sprinters and they snuck up on me. Yeah, they'll do that. Sprinters do be sneaking. Thank God it's Friday. What up, Louise? How you doing? Hello, hello. Played with sprinters for the first time yesterday on Insane Build 41. Needless to say, I didn't last long. Funny how that works. Not many people do. I would potentially like to make a video of me trying the what is it, the CDDA challenge on build 42. But last time I tried it, I sucked. I could not get that to work. The sneezing was just the worst. So I don't know if I'd actually do very well with it or not. I don't think I had anything to read yet, did I? No. It's too dark to read anyway. I could research some stuff, potentially. Research requires lights. The light's on. Any specific goals for this playthrough or just general? Just general. So like I say, I want to do a live commentary guide similar to the one where I did like your first week in build 42. And I did that like day by day and commentated as we played and talked through my decisions. I want to do a similar video, but for preparing for the long term. But for that video, I need a safe house that's already like set up, right? And I was thinking like, oh, you know, I could set up a scenario where like I build the base in debug mode and all the rest of it. But then I was thinking, well, even if I do that, the problem is going to be that everywhere's going to be like not looted. Some places are not going to be looted, and there'll be zombies places. It doesn't make sense. So I was just like, let's just play. Let's just do a playthrough. And then I can... You know... I can just record naturally then, you know? We have a playthrough already set up. Well, I want to catch the cooking show, which is coming on in 10 minutes. What up, Norsk? What's going on? Did that yesterday and instantly died once I stepped out of the house. Lasted 9 in-game minutes. Yeah, I might need to give it another go, but... I know CDDA is a fun challenge. I just don't know if I'd be able to do it. Don't know if I'd be able to make it far enough to make the video interesting, you know? Come on, get to the cooking part, buddy. Tell me how to cook. That's better. Did they, here's a question, chat. Did they add either a cooking show or a survival show that gives you butchering experience? I can't remember if they did or not. I know, like, you can get books for it and stuff, but did they add, like, did they change one of the TV shows? Because I feel like they could. I think there's butchering XP for the shows, no. I feel like it would be a good one, because right now there is a survival show. One of the episodes just does nothing, because it's a fire starting episode at making campfires, and he just does nothing. I feel like that would be better. Like, if you replace that with butchering, that could be really cool. You know? Or a hunting episode that gives you a bit of, like, aiming XP or something, you know? Because let's be real, aiming is proving a really difficult skill in build 42. No mods, Jack. We're playing vanilla today. Jesus, dude. It does kind of annoy me sometimes when, like, when you come up against, like, a couple zombies that just refuse to go down. I'd feel much better about muscle strain on the whole if muscle strain on the whole. I'd feel better about muscle strain if, you know, you didn't come across zombies that just absolutely tank every single hit. You have a build 42 mod list? No, not really. Nope. The modding scene's changing too much at the minute, mate, to do something like that, really, in my opinion. Mods become invalidated and need updates every patch right now, and it'd just be way too much work. Community crime meeting. A spate of electrical generator theft. Dear. That's good. Wait, didn't I get one for a West Point tool store? Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Haven't been hitting the map button on the bottom of the... God damn it. I've been reading all these flyers and not been hitting the map button at the bottom right. Where was that one that I wanted? Interesting about the aiming skill. I favorite melee weapons. Haven't used guns that much to yet. Well, so the thing about them right now is that I think the aiming system overall is better in build 42. I really do like the new aiming system. The trouble about the aiming system is that before in build 41, shotguns and the what was it, the M38 or M32 revolver or whatever it was, were really easy to use. So you could use them at level 0 to like level up. Now those guns are nowhere near as effective at low levels. And I don't think any of the firearms really perform well until what would you say, chat? Like 5 or 6 probably skill level. I mean, you guys tell me, like, you've probably had a lot more experience with me than firearms and build 42 because I've just not been using them because of how annoying it is to grind them. But they're not, let's just say they're not great right now in the sense of not many people will be good with them and not many people will want to put the time in either. I do like the new aiming system. I just feel like there needs to be a couple of guns that are easier to use. It's yet another change that has been made in my eyes in the effort to be as for realism purposes that has actually reduced enjoyment quite a lot. I'd say shotguns are usable by 3, but yeah, 4 or 5 for most things. Gotcha. That makes sense. Regular viewers will know that Ooh, yeah. Regular viewers will know that I am of the opinion that a lot of changes are being made to increase realism, and it is hitting the enjoyment side of things in my mind. I'm always for realistic ideas, but they've got to have they can't just be for realism. It has to do something else. Otherwise, there's just gets in the way of people just playing the game and enjoying it. There are so many zombies down here now that alarm's gone off. I think I'm going to need to go round. Wow, these zombies have got really poor eyesight. I mean, shotguns are straightforward. Point in direction and boom, object is gone. Yeah, I think the reason they probably, and I am speculating now, I don't know. I would imagine the reason they've made that change is because, like, okay, they're easy point and shoot to hit the target, but I think a lot of people would probably struggle with the recoil, right? Of shotguns, I would imagine, because they're 12 gauge in PZ, and I think, again, you tell me, I'm sure we have a bunch of gun experts in chat, but as far as I'm aware, they have a hefty kick to them. And I think that's probably why the change was made. But again, it's a question of, okay, does that actually result in enjoyable gameplay, though? Like, am I, as a player, really going to enjoy grinding my aiming skill to level 3 just so that I can actually get any sort of good performance out of weaponry, you know? Out of firearms? Probably not. I would hazard a guess. A hobby horse? Hold on. Okay, fall over. Thank you. Hang on. What is this? I have not seen this before. Oh my god. That's incredible. I'm gonna clock him around the face with a pony. It does such bad damage. But it's, you know, sometimes it's just about sending a message, chat. Oi! Nope. There's so many zombies. How am I supposed to get past all these? Ah! I can't believe we had like 2 house alarms in such a short space of time. That's probably why there are so many. Even up here, there's a bunch of them. Okay, great. Just wasted all that stamina and didn't kill a single one. Because apparently my character has the muscle strength of a malnourished child. Hit him! Kill the bastard! Thank you. God damn, dude. Ooh. Oh. Well. Well. Oh. Someone coming. Okay. Holding one. It's a good one to have. We are now overweight. Right, I think the hobby horse has to go. It's about to break anyway. I'm sorry, hobby horse. Bolt cutters are still good. They're going to be in good condition for a long time, probably. What about food? Probably eat something. We've got a rubber hose already. Please shout, feeling a little hoarse at them. Oh. You're so funny, Jim. So funny, sir. Hmm. Ooh, Mason's trowel is pretty good. The Mason's trowel is a rare item, but we're probably not going to be doing anything with it, so... Don't give him too much flack, he's just horsing around. Ooh, there's a car over there. Police vehicle. It looks like it's in half decent nick. Let's maybe see if we can... work our way over there. Lady, I swear to God. Heck, I missed the carpentry show, didn't I? Well, actually, doesn't seem like it. I might have just caught it. Yeah. Or I might have just missed it. Yeah, I think I did. I just missed it. God damn it. It's alright. It's not really gonna matter anyway. We've got an episode of Woodcraft. If we find a book, I'm pretty much golden. There's a zombie on your lawn. TV dinner. We were having TV dinner and wine? Hell yeah, dude. I think I'd prefer a non-TV dinner, but, you know, no judgment. Sometimes we all appreciate a quick meal. Oh, onions. Onion. A nice onion. Dark Wallow Guest House. That sounds terrifying. Oh, it's the Dark Wallow. Yeah, Dark Wallow Lake. You need to learn carpentry to improve the hobby horse. You've got the priorities right. There's a few zombies. Come on. What? Are you just dumb or what? Okay, so you went to the door, then you went to the window, broke the window, and now you've come back. I will never understand. Oh, car key. Chevalier Romani. Do we think it's this one? What up, Wetch? What the heck is this one doing? He's all over the place. We're not the one we were hoping for keys to. But we can check inside. In the house and everything. Megaphone. A donut! There's a donut in the police car's glove box. What an amazing thing. Good bait vehicle. Yeah, we could turn the sirens. Oh, okay, then. Good. Yep. That tracks, honestly. So, like, later, maybe, yeah. So many zombies just all over the place. And yet none on the street. I suppose this is the thing though, is I've probably drawn them from this like area with that alarm. And what's happened is because they tend to like group up in rally groups, because they've all been shifted around and moved by those alarms, they're now reforming into those rally groups. So when there are zombies, as you're seeing here, look, in the trees and over there, when there are zombies, they're all going to be in a big cluster. I'm creating hordes by mistake. I don't think there's a library in that school. It's an elementary school. Or as we would call it, a primary school. Jesus. I'll deal with these three if I can. Create a bit of a path for ourselves. Should be a couple of bookshelves in the main hall. Possibly. Right now I don't really have the space anyway. Maybe drop like the saucepan or the roasting pan if I needed to for some of that. We're getting tired now. Isn't there a house down here? Damn, dude. See, I'm getting sleepy. I'm pretty sure there's a house down here. A couple of them. We're in West Point, Louise. Well, there's a bit more than a house. Probably going to be some zombies here. Died after 11 days. Is it worth to continue because I had some skills in carpentry and etc. Well, that's basically comes down to personal preference, Bizzle. So me personally, I prefer when I die, I like to start a new game from scratch because you have to keep in mind, you'll be closer to things like the water and power going off if you start a new character within the playthrough that you're already in. But as a trade-off for that, you know, you might already have a house and some items and stuff situated. You might be able to get your old character stuff back. It's really up to you. There's no right answer to that question. It's just your preference. Me personally, I prefer to start new games because I like to start at the beginning of the apocalypse. Empty gas can is pretty huge. Might be able to sleep in the car if we clear the local area. I got together a lot of food and stuff. I can survive now, but I lost all my skills, and that's very annoying. Welcome to Project Zomboid, my friend. You will, if you're new to the game, you're in for a lot of that. But that is part of, you know, that is part of the experience. That is It is a challenging game. It is a punishing game, but you will learn something every time you die. Whatever that might be, you will learn something, you will get better, and you will start to last longer. But if you're a person that doesn't like the risk of losing everything, then Project Zomboid may not be for you. You could use skill recovery journal mod, like Grand has said, but base game might not be for you if that's losing everything is something you're not a fan of. Zomboid is a cruel mistress. Okay, so I want to clear out these zombies. If we can clear out these zombies, then I can take a nap in the car. Also don't know how we're still on 2 clicks for drinking a can of pop. Why isn't it just open and drink? It makes no sense to me. There's a mod for that. It makes 0 sense. Only 1 bite can turn me to a zombie. That's not fair. Well, I mean, you can change that in the sandbox settings if you want. That's fully within your control, but that is the zombie apocalypse, right? That is the zombie apocalypse. Okay, we're only gonna sleep for like 3 hours. This is gonna be rough. I'm just hoping to get a nap, so that we can go deal with the rest of these zombies. And like maybe we can have a bigger sleep in the same area. I'm build 41 still, and I think I should move to build 42. Yeah, I mean, if you're a new player, it might not be a bad idea, because like there are some fundamental differences between the two, and like getting used to build 42 now will probably help you out in the long run. Like you haven't had to deal with muscle strain yet, which is a kind of a fundamental feature. Or discomfort. You know, so it might be good to get into those now. Oh yeah, candy. We're losing weight. Time to eat lots of chocky. We're just gonna binge candy, chat, until we're putting on weight again. Choco cakes. Gummy worms. That's pretty much what I'm doing on the Patreon server, just eating like lots of sweets, trying to keep the weight on. Ooh, Farmer's Guide. Make scarecrow barbed wire. Meh. Ooh, soda. Hell yeah, brother. Swap my water out for this one. There's a zombie on my lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. Oh, God. Damn it. Stay still. You feckin' thing. The smoke is annoying in Build 42? Yeah. Well, it needed, in my opinion, it needed to be harsher. Because it was such a freebie in Build 41, dude. Such a freebie. I like that there's actually a downside to it now. That smoker's cough. I do think it would be cool if you could, like... If you could... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, drop the habit. You know? Like, if you could progressively not be addicted to smoking. I think that would be a cool feature, but... Oh, hell yeah, dude. This is the kind of food we want. So we've got a lot of fresh stuff on us right now, which I'm gonna eat and just get rid of, I think. I say a lot of fresh stuff. I think even the canned stuff we've got, I might just get rid of. This is actually great. We're gonna eat a bunch of the candy. Try and put on some weight. We're gonna get rid of things like soup, which are just not very nutritionally beneficial to us personally, because again, oh god, gunshots. Because again, we want to put on weight. We're gonna grab all these chips. It would be cool if you could have like a sugar rush, you know, if you're eating like all the candy. I'm just eating so much food. I'm really just grabbing the high calorie shit. Okay. Area's looking a little better. There's like one zombie over there. So I think we can get like a half decent night's sleep now. I should probably do it on here, in here, on one of like the Pizza World chairs rather than in a car. So I just want to do a loop round, make sure it's like half secure. We're going to be sleeping here, right? What up, Nordic Nerd? It's the weekend. Yeah, buddy. I get to go meet Frank tomorrow, Louise. I'm so excited. For those that weren't here earlier when we were talking about it, or those that are watching this on the YouTube VOD, I'm gonna be going to see a dog tomorrow, with the hope to give them a permanent home in the not too distant future. And the little guy is called Frank. Very excited. I'm crossing my fingers. Oh, hello there, sir. Please don't get up. best thing in the world, being a dog owner. Got mine when she was 6 weeks old. She turned 13 this week. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've always been a big dog person. From when I was young, we always had a dog in the home. But having lived in rented accommodation for a long time, it just wasn't a possibility for me. And now I've been lucky enough, obviously, most of you guys already know this, but like within the last couple of months, I was able to move into my first house that I actually own myself. And so I am looking at rehoming a dog because I've always wanted to get back to having a dog in the home. And Frank needs rehoming. I'm not one to buy like pedigree dogs. I don't really get that whole thing when there's like so many that need rehoming. So yeah. Hoping to rehome one. We're gonna sleep here. Oh, 7. Okay, not bad, not bad. Whoa, Ryron, thank you. Thank you. Just saying that Frank is the wrong breed. He should have been a wiener dog. French Bulldog should have been named Maurice. No, I like the name Frank. I think it's perfect for him. I think Frank suits him very well. Could you take a chair up the ladder on the side of the mini market to the roof to sleep? You can't use ladders. They don't actually work. That's something else I'd really like to see them like manage to get working. Check out the clothes store. We might find some stuff that we can use. Frank is solid. I've already shown pictures of him once at the start of the stream, but you guys wanna, those of you that haven't seen him yet, I feel like, especially people that are watching this on the VOD. Hang on. This is Frank. This is little Frank. He's a big chunk of derp. And we're gonna meet him so tomorrow we're gonna be meeting him, which will be really, really cool. We're looking forward to it. He looks very excited. Yeah, he's got a big personality apparently, has little Frank. But I think he's very handsome, and I think he would be a perfect fit for the home. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed he likes me, and we get on well, and we'll give him a home. Is Lucy gonna be open for it? No. So we kind of agreed, Louise, that like if I was gonna rehome a dog, we did want to try and meet them for the first time while she was here, but we just couldn't line it up right. But we agreed that when I actually rehome it, it would be best if it was just me, because the last thing we would want to do is for me to rehome a dog, Lucy to be here initially, and then she goes back after a week and the dog has like anxiety issues or like, you know, problems around the comings and goings. So we just thought it would be best if it was just me to start with. You know, we shall see how it goes. Convenient Mart is just food, right? Don't worry, dogs love ducks. Rosewood and Muldraw. But no March Ridge. I suppose it's too much to ask to have a West Point map in West Point. Hey, we're putting on weight. Finally. I can't believe how much food you actually need to eat to put on some weight in this game, man. I honestly wish real life were like this, you know? I wish I could go into a candy store and just eat the entirety of 3 shelves before I'm actually putting on any weight. How good would that be? Just pull a misery on her. I don't know what that is. As a co-owner of an old doggo, I can say this is wise. You know how animals work anyway. You've got the paperwork to prove it. Yeah, well, that's it. That's why I'm not too worried about, like, you know, for, like, how well-behaved he is on a lead, or, you know, how he deals with, like, separation anxiety. He can be left for a couple of hours on his own, no problem, apparently, but, you know, things like that, because I know that if those things were a problem, I'd be able to help him with them in no time, you know? Wouldn't be an issue. He's been dealing with chat long enough. Yeah. Fucking door salesman caused me to die. No, dude. Oh, man. Got interrupted by a knock at the door and it turns out to be a salesman. Oh, bro. You hate to hear it. Okay, I'm here, but also building a cabinet. You build that cabinet. Will be your background noise, don't worry. You can listen to the sweet dulcet tones of me caving this zombie's head in with a crowbar while you build. Because you're gonna want to be doing this to someone very soon, especially if it's from IKEA. Flat pack furniture is like the bane of my existence, yeah. I hate furniture assembly. Honestly, I just hate DIY. I'm not a DIY person. I'll admit it. Black Horror Ghost, thank you for the follow. Nighttime Globe as well, and Covert Sugar Plum. Thank you, guys. Hello, hello, hello. How goes the survival? Not bad, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Very early on in our playthrough. More of a do-it-for-me person. Spent the whole weekend building IKEA stuff the other week, and I was so frustrated during that afterwards. Yeah, if I'm building furniture, it's best to just leave me alone and let me work on it. Because if you're in the firing line, you might just get shot, you know? MOP classic question: would we be leveling from 80 tunes or fresh? Well, we're playing hardcore right now, Squallers. We're doing hardcore classic. So it would be that or Turtle WoW that we'd be doing. One of the two. We've been talking about Turtle a little bit. Yo, Lennox. What's going on, bud? Oh, yeah. New run, let's go. Thank you for the raid, buddy. I hope you had a good stream. Yeah, we're in West Point. I want to get around to what's it called? The storage bins. I want to get around to a storage bins and make a storage bin safe house. Goal for today. Lurking and keeping track of all the new Build 42 stuff through YouTube for sure. Nice. Nice. I like the new street name thing. Me too. Yeah, it's good. Not seen Project Epoch? I don't think so. Nope. What was I going to say? What are you playing today, Lennox? What have you actually been playing recently? Out of curiosity. Have you been back on Stalker? Stalker Gamma? Because didn't they post like a big update for Stalker Gamma? It's like 1.0 now or something. I know you're into your Stalker stuff. Project Epoch is WoW Classic plus server I've been following for 2 years, looking really good. Oh, nice. Little WoW's very similar, Wedge. It's vanilla WoW plus like their own lore from the Warcraft, like from actual Warcraft lore, I guess. Just Stalking, which has been updated yet again. Gamma mod, over the Stalker Zomboid server. Z Life Roleplay will go live soon. Really looking forward to that. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be using any of the mods that we worked on, that like we commissioned with regards to Stalker. Because we did commission a couple of those. I don't know how much it's like changed now. There's mutants and anomalies. Nice. That was the main thing that was missing at the time, was like, you know, there wasn't enough like AI tools to get like mutants in there and whatever else. So I'd be really interested to see like a Project Zomboid Stalker thing with actual mutants. We managed to get like traders, the trading and shop system in, and that worked a treat. And we made like a bunch of maps that we had a bunch of maps made up for like each faction's like HQ. I think the mutants are based on zombies still, so like humanoid mutants, snorks and bloodsuckers. Gotcha. Interested to see if they could use any of the animal AI as well. Talking of commissions, mods and stuff, where do you find people for that? Just literally just go and get their name off their Steam pages, pick a modder you like, and then message them. Either on Steam, or you can just search them up on Discord. If like you're in the Project Zomboid official Discord, just search them up in there. They've got a couple of like modding Discords as well. It's quite literally as simple as find someone with a portfolio that's relevant to what you're doing and message them. 9 times out of 10, you know, modders would love to work on commission, so. Ice cream. Am I still gaining weight? Yeah. I could probably do with collecting a can of gas while the power's on, but we got to clear the storage bins first, which should be over here somewhere, just up the street. Shouldn't be far away now. On the empty, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Can't wait for build 42 or build 43 more like. We'll get some wild wolves or bears to stalk you if you go into deep forest rather than zombies. Yeah. Sure. I think right now, there's a lot of... I think there's some pretty fundamental issues that they need to try and sort out with build 42 that I kind of wish they were giving a bit more attention than what it seems like they are. We actually did... I'm gonna drop this in chat, actually. This would be a really good way to get some responses from you guys. So we actually... I posted this on my YouTube not too long ago. We're doing a survey on what people actually think about the major parts of build 42. So this is the survey if you're interested in taking it. And if you've not played build 42, it's equally important because, like, you know, you can say why you haven't played it. And what we're doing with that is I'm making a video on what parts of the update people seem to enjoy and what the sentiment is towards them, and then talking about maybe how they could be improved if there's some things that people don't like. We'll be taking some of the comments from it and kind of, like, you know, digging into them a little bit, using them as examples, and then I'm going to be passing all that information on to the developers. Whether or not they listen to it or not is completely up to them. But I think having an actual sort of, like, actual curated feedback from the community on things like this is really, really important. So, because sometimes it's really, really difficult to, like, filter through what feedback is actually useful. So if you're interested in having your say on build 42, you should. You should consider doing it. Oh, we've got a key and we've got a car. And you know what's great about this? Oh, if it runs. That sounds a bit unhealthy. What's great about this is there's a petrol station across the road. 40%. Okay, it's not great, but it will run. It's a car, right? It works. That's the main thing. Yeah, so if you want to fill that survey out, chat, it would really, really help with making this video. It would also really help get some feedback from the developers on, like, what things people enjoy and everything. Give it a look. Maybe fill it out. You don't have to leave comments, but you can if you want. It would be a big, big help. I'm just hoping for multiplayer soon again. I started the game about a month before this last unstable update. Yeah. I think that's that's a really common reason we're seeing for people not playing build 42 on the survey. Loads of people that have come back about, like, because the first couple questions that get asked are like, have you played build 41? Have you played build 42? And if no, why have you not played build 42? And like 90% of the answers are, there's no multiplayer and I want to play with friends, or something to that effect. So the storage bins should be here. Yes. Here they are. Okay. So now we need to clear the place out. We've reached our safe house location for this playthrough. Now we've got some work to do. So anyway, Build 42 multiplayer win. Already did it some days ago. Added a comment about the new fire being too realistic. Thank you. Appreciate it. We had a... You know, it's made me realize how many people, like doing this kind of survey chat has made me realize how difficult it can be to make some people follow basic instructions. Because there are so many people that are leaving comments on the YouTube post that are like pages and pages long of feedback, but not putting it on the survey. There's just nothing like that on the survey. They leave like this really long post and then don't fill out the survey. It's like, it makes me want to scream. It's like, guys, please. But there have been a lot of responses and a lot of very good ones too. Some really, really like important comments and genuinely good sort of like feedback. Yeah, but you don't get likes on your survey response. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Billy Landon, thank you very much for the follow. Well, you know what? I could actually use some stuff in the trunk as well. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of these zombies. So I'm just trying to get like their attention right now. Okay, I didn't want all three at once there, but Augustry, thank you very much for the follow. 550 surveys and over 40,000 words and comments. Damn. And what's really going to be, I think, going to be quite interesting, chat, is I worked it out the other day, right? So we've got a video going up tonight on the 25th of July. Next week's video is going to be something different. It's not going to be on this survey, so it'll be the next one afterwards. Which means I think I'll be uploading that video about how people actually feel about Build 42, like the week before I go to Gamescom and meet the developers in person. So, it could be interesting. And I really hope that I don't say anything, like, I don't rub anyone the wrong way or, you know, really hope I don't, like, upset anybody on the dev team, but I think there's some important feedback that needs to be had. Zomboid at Gamescom? Yeah, dude, last year, like, a bunch of the team went. This year, I don't think many of the team are going. It'll just be, like, at the minute, I only know of, like, 1 or 2 people. But yeah. Please only rub me the right way. Grand, I would rub you any way you wanted. You know that. Okay, so big problem that we've just encountered. That's the one I wanted to base in, and it's locked. Critique is important for improvement. I agree. But it's the way you give that feedback, right? And critique. I think it's perfectly possible to be pleasant, or at least objective in the way that you give feedback. I don't think you need to... Like, a lot of people will just say what they mean and say it in a very blunt way. Whereas I like to actually formulate my thoughts and try to bring a suggestion to any problem that I'm raising when I give feedback. Or at least articulate the problem properly and in a way that's constructive. So fingers crossed they appreciate it, and we can chat about it at Gamescom, and they'll like make sure that my, you know, thoughts and everybody else's thoughts that left comments on the survey is like well interpreted. There's zombies insert the open one to spawn a key. They don't work like that anymore in Build 42. They're not generated when the zombie enters the building. They're generated on game start. Awesome. Hope something comes of it. Maybe some great feedback or key information you learn. Are you going this year, Lennox? Are you going to Gamescom this year? Because if you are, dude, like we should get together. Have a coffee or something. Because what I've organized to do is me and at the minute it's just me and Nasco, the community manager, are gonna go for some drinks and some food on Thursday evening. But I'm in Cologne from the Monday to the Friday. So, you know, if you would like to get a coffee in or something like that, especially if you're there earlier in the week, if you're there on like the Monday or the Tuesday. I am free as a bird on Tuesday, I think. I can't get in. I think all the doors are locked. This is annoying. Be a little tougher than I thought. We could take the one in the corner if it's unlocked. There's some chairs. There is a generator too, which is a really good sign, actually. What do you want to bet that one of these buildings is alarmed? Chat. What's the... I'm going to make this place completely unusable. It'd have to be the main building now, I think. But... Electrical 1 too, so we could actually get the generator working not too bad if we find the next book. Actually, though, it's not a good date for me where I have access to car for a bit and I live 3 hours away. I might go. For me, it's feasible as a duchy to go for a day and call it a small trip. I wasn't planning on going this year. Yeah, by all means, man. I'll be there. So I arrive on Monday night and I leave Friday morning. So I'll be there for a few days. But Wednesday and Thursday during the day, I'm like fully booked. I'm gonna be busy. So it'll either be Thursday evening if you want to come along to that, drinks and food. Or like sometime during the day on Tuesday would be great. I don't know what to do here, chat. Can't get into any of these buildings. Easy, then a little Warhammer. What, right now? Warhammer? Oh, you mean like Space Marine? Space Marine 2? No, I think we're going to do a little bit of Dawn Apart later today. Maybe. I'm doing a hefty chunk of Project Zomboid today. And then I'm thinking like maybe a bit later we can do some more Dawn Apart. Because I kind of enjoyed the... I enjoyed meeting corporate quotas yesterday. It was quite funny. I don't know if you guys have seen Dawn Apart. I know Ambiguous Amphibian did a sponsor with them very recently. But we played it yesterday for the first time and it was great fun. I need a drink. Might be something in this factory. I might shoot you a message later, Lennox. I haven't spoken to, I don't know any other person in the Project Zomboid space that goes to Gamescom, and I would really like to talk shop to somebody about like their experiences in the past, like whether they have any sort of like things that they've uncovered that they find useful, or you know, like whether you've got much work from it in the past, stuff like that. I would really appreciate maybe shooting you a message and having a chat, because I went last year for the first time, and really enjoyed it. This year's definitely been easier to get in touch with people. I'm always willing to learn more. Here we go. That's one funny frog, that amphibian. Oh yeah. We got sofas here that we could sleep on if we needed to. And I will need to sleep somewhere. I think that's probably my best bet, is one of those sofas for now. No zombies around that we can see. So I know there's one in the building. Might be wise getting rid of him first. Yeah, in the bathrooms. Well, that's them. Ah! The keys to the factory. That could be useful. Another key to the factory. Work boots. Hell yeah. Yeah, the tired debuff is heavy, man. Faux show. What's this playthrough? We are in West Point, and we are going to be trying to make a base out of a storage bin at the storage site just next door. I basically need to make a video about preparing for the long term in build 42, and for that I kind of need an established safe house. So I figured the best way was just to play a bit of Project Zomboid on stream, right? So I've, you know, we've made it a little bit interesting and said, let's try and make it out of a storage bin. No worries. If I go, I'll tell you a week or two in advance at least. And the day I go, probably not going multiple days back and forth. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, buddy. Ugh. What up, Donut? How's she go? She go goo. She go goo. You ever get attacked while sleeping? Yeah, sometimes. You have to make sure your local area is clear. Like, if you're just tuning in, Death Dealer, like, we cleared all of this on the way through, so I know that this area is relatively safe. You do have to do a bit of work before you sleep. But I can hear one in here too, which I missed. You anticipating Grounded 2 coming out next week? I hadn't been, I'm gonna be honest. I never played the first one. People in chat tell me it's really good though. There's so many games right now. This is the problem. There are so many. If anybody tells you, chat, we all have that one friend, right, that says, oh, there's no good games right now, slap them. I want you, if anybody says that to you, chat, I want you to slap them across the face immediately. There are so many games right now. It is unfucking real. There's no good games, brackets AAA only. Okay, so we got a welding mask in here, which would be really good, actually. Measuring tape. Hammer. Yes. Yep. And a file. Small hacksaw is not the type we need. We need a regular saw. I can go put these in the car, you see. Metal working punch, punch and chisel, wood glue. Let's go drop these in the car. Over there. What's up, Rexy? Genuinely, right now, it's crazy how many games and so many good games come out in EA last week too. I think it's because Gamescom's coming up, Lenik, honestly. Because like if they're not going to be at Gamescom, this is now the week where they're releasing those games, and the ones that are going to Gamescom are going to preview them at the event itself. I have so many appointments. I am very much looking forward to going and seeing some stuff. I might actually be able to bring some of them up and see whether you guys recognize any of the names or have any interest. I know some of them haven't been like remotely like released or shown yet. Some of them it'll be like first time looking at them. One of the appointments I have is for an unreleased game that is yet to be announced. Like they haven't even told anybody the name yet, so that'll be interesting. Looking forward to giving that a try. I've got some really good like survival games on the list that I'm kind of looking forward to giving a go. I'm waiting for God Save Birmingham. That does look good. I agree, that does look quite good. I think that's quite funny, like for a person from the UK, like that's actually quite an entertaining like name for a game as well. Because if you know Birmingham, God doesn't go anywhere near that place. So sorry for in advance to anybody from Birmingham. It was just a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's funny, yes? So yeah, just ignore me. But no, it does look good. I'm interested in giving it a go. We just have to base in one of these, maybe. Because they're open. It's funny because it's true. What's wrong with it? Nothing's wrong with it. I honestly, I'm joking. Nothing's wrong with Birmingham. I have had a bit of trouble recently with like bin men, garbage men going on strike in Birmingham. And it's gotten really bad. It's gotten really bad. There's just rubbish all over the place. I don't know if that thing's still going on or what, but I know it's been a thing. I'm kind of contemplating just basing in one of these and moving stuff, honestly. Like, we can get rid of this trash and just place it outside somewhere. Any keys in the management office? It's a good call. I haven't been in there. I could smash the window and have a look, maybe. We don't have a generator magazine, no, but we do have an electrical 1 book. So that will make getting to level 3 a lot easier. We had the keys to the factory already. Yeah. That's not this building. That's the next one. This one here. Thank you for the follows, guys. Very much appreciated. There's a how to use generator magazine in that garage unless I was seeing things. I didn't spot it. but I thought that was a different one, but I can double check. Is there storage facilities on other maps? Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, there's some in there's one in Rosewood. No, is there one in Rosewood? No, sorry. There's a couple in Muldraw. I think there's one in Riverside. I don't think there's one in Rosewood. Oh, you are right. I missed it. How to use generators. Look at that. The Holy Grail. Good spot, dude. Good spot. First time seeing one. Looks like a good place to hold up. It's a fun safe house location because you get to arrange it how you want to, right? Make sure you include a message in your video to keep an eye out for those. Oh yeah. Well, this is the thing is I'll be talking about long-term stuff. So we've already done the first couple like weeks, right? That's kind of why I wanted to do this playthrough so that like we can set things up properly. We kind of need a sledgehammer then. Or for the zombies to break one of these security doors. I could probably use an axe, honestly. Could break this one. I'll make sure I'm not like gonna get muscle strain too much. Alright, we'll let her bang on that door for a little bit. So I really don't need this electrical book anymore. Nor the watches, really. Because that was the only thing I was really concerned about. We could try having a loot around a little bit. I think there'll be a school building up here somewhere. Maybe hit the Gigamart, get a freezer. Now that we have a crowbar, we could grab the one from the petrol station. I think we just take the open one for now. If I want to move across, I can, right? Let's see about going and getting that freezer. See if I can rip it out of the ground. A few zombies there. Now I'm gonna probably need a food buff for this. Has the power gone off already? That wasn't frozen anymore. There's no way. No, lights are on. Weird. Okay. Obstacle freezer secured. Are you not through this door yet, lady? Come on, you can do better than that. We're in. You're not eating any of that ice cream? No, I'm already putting on weight now. Two up arrows. I don't want to eat any more of it, I don't think. Hello, Christiva, how you doing? Thank you for the follow, the Perriers. Dual filter as well. Pliers, tongs, leaf rake. TV, that'll be good. We need that. Because the TV set up in whichever bin we decide to use. Weight bench. Another generator. Lots of generators in here. Oh, crayons. Hang on. Crayons, if I remember rightly, they serve the purpose of all the color pens, right? Yes. That's a very good question, Marinara. One that I ask myself every day. Thank you very much for the 6 months. Very kind of you. I hope you're doing well. Can we get some Mr. MrAtomicDuck in the chat, please? For our 6-month subscriber. Ooh. Box of garbage bags. That means that we can build rain collectors when it comes to it. We also have a pipe wrench so we could plumb in sink. Very good. And a funnel. You don't need those, do you? No. No, we don't need those. I always get confused about the funnels. I always think like you need them for like gas from vehicles. But you don't. So I haven't gained access to any of the storage bins with beds. So I need to find a bed. We can use a chair for the time being, but I need to find a bed. And I'm probably going to need that to put the TV on as well. Thankfully, these are not heavy. Oh, it be raining, dude. I think we just go in this one, and then we can maybe knock the wall through into the next one if we want to. Once we get there. Bathroom mirror unit, 75% built. Nice. Well done. Good job. I think I'll do TV. Where do I want the TV, chat? Probably need to, like, empty this. Or at least move it. I'm thinking maybe we put the TV like here. Damn, that sounds like a journey, Tom. I've trapped myself. Don't be alarmed, chat. Everything's fine. Here we go. Okay. Now I gotta go get the TV. Gotta hook the generator up. If you're wondering why I'm focusing on the TV first, it's because we've still got Life and Living on the cards right now. So it kind of makes sense. Oh, a hacksaw. Here we go. Didn't spot these the first time round. That's the saw started. Jug of vinegar too. That could be useful for food preservation. I can't really remember where we saw the TV, but I know it's in one of these. There it is. Playing with any mods? Nah, we're on vanilla. You know you want the TV for those reruns of Storage Wars? Dude, no joke, my dad used to actually watch that. And thus, I got subjected to it. That was the most bullshit rigged, like, obviously written TV show I've ever watched, and it was hilarious. Because it was like the same storyline every single time. I want this, but Dave wants it too. So I'm gonna try to put in a joint bid with Dave. But Dave's gonna betray me. Because Dave wants the item for himself. And then we're gonna have a big argument, and it's almost gonna come to fisticuffs, and we're gonna get stopped by the guards. And then I'm going to pretend to hate him, and then we'll all go to the same thing, same time next week. There's some shelves in here. I want those shelves, chat. And then Dave's gonna get it and then find out it's worth fuck all. Yeah, exactly. It's the same story every time, man. Got into it during the COVID lockdowns, although it was hilarious. It is hilarious, yeah. And it's in its own way. Gotta keep an eye on my health here. Well, I mean, we've picked a good day to at least do the crafty bits, right? Because it's pissing it down with rain. So this table was actually, like, next to useless in the end. It's okay. Maybe we'll find a use for it. Dun 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 dun. Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. There maybe? I could put it at the end there where the TV is. I mean, doesn't really matter, does it? Do 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 do. Huzzah! Oh, and there's no other TV on in the area, which means that we can watch stuff at any time we like. Hell yeah, brother. So, some of you might not know this. Many of you probably will. If there's no TVs on anywhere nearby, basically the last skill show will be held until you turn your TV on. So that's how we're watching Woodcraft at 2:30 p.m. But I also forgot that in vanilla now, we don't gain XP past level 3, do we, from TVs? So this is pointless, actually. Because that's like a relatively new thing in Build 42. By default, you don't gain XP past level 3 for shows anymore. Which actually I really like. I do think it's a good idea, because you can bloody just power through levels otherwise. Da, 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 da. What up, North Stars? Purpose, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Right, so I'm gonna be a filthy junkrat right now and drop all of this crap in here in somebody else's storage bin because I don't want it. Then I'm going to see if we have enough skill to pick one of these up. Actually, come to think of it, I don't even think you need skill to pick these up anymore, do you? You can just take them in Build 42. Yep. So we can grab one of these. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep on this chair. At least not well. We might need to go back into the main storage area and grab like a more comfortable chair for the time being. Obviously we want to get a bed, but or a mattress. Suzuki Honda Hutch, thank you very much for the follow. Is that a sofa or a chair there? That would work. Oh. Oh, we could open these from the inside. I guess not. Salt and vinegar crisps. I don't like salt and vinegar crisps, chat. I don't know about you. I feel like anybody that says they like salt and vinegar crisps is just lying to you and themselves. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'd be able to trust anybody that says they like them. But then my dad likes them. So maybe that says a lot, honestly. They aren't bad, but not my first pick. My favorite? I'd have to go like cheese and onion or like maybe like a flame grilled steak flavor as well. Duck probably likes ketchup flavored chips. That's not really a thing out here, Pluto. Ketchup, we don't, you wouldn't really find ketchup flavored chips out in the UK. I mean, you probably could, but they're not exactly what I would consider a common flavor. Do you know what I mean? That's a Canadian thing, isn't it, I think? Yeah. Black one. It's confirming my thoughts. Hell yeah, brother! Really? I was just coming in here for the shelves. A Santa hat? It's a bit early for that, isn't it? I think it's a bit early for that, guys. Salt and vinegar were my favorite until the Max jalapeno cheese flavor arrived. I've never heard of that. You're in my storage unit for the holidays. Get out! Sorry, Redwood. Mine now. Oh, do I hear a zombie? Oh, I heard a zombie there. I can hear children outside, chat. Ugh. And they sound happy and shit. Ugh. How dare they? Somebody ought to stop them. Ew, gremlins. Yeah, literally my response every time. Get them off the road. They're on the driveway. I think I can hear a car running. One of my next door neighbors has 3 kids. They're all very young. Loud. Which is quite funny, really, coming from a streamer, isn't it? You know, like, I'm sure to many people I would, you know, the moment I tell my neighbor for the first time when they meet me that, like, oh yeah, I'm a live streamer, I make video content, you know, about video games and stuff, I bet they just think, oh, fucking hell, this guy's gonna be up till, like, 2 a.m. in the morning, screaming his head off, you know. It's just not me. Not one of those people, I don't know. Can't do it anymore. Be up till 2 a.m. I can't pick up enough right now. I think I need to sleep. And probably eat before I can pick up the rest. Sorry, we'll grab this one. And then we'll set up the shelves first thing in the morning. So we're gonna be waking up very early. I wish there was a mechanic to push furniture. Its limiting factor would be the room you're currently in. Like rather than having to like pick it up and place it, you could just push it 1 block over. Could be interesting, yeah. Right. Let's have a nap. Right. Now can I pick both of these up? No, I must have picked something up and not noticed. Hang on. Let me just... What? I literally just okay, I'll just drop my backpack, but I literally just brought 2 of these over at once. I don't know where the problem has arose from. That's fine. I think if I put these against the back wall, they'll fit like side by side that way. Just DM'd you that server. Should you fancy a look? It goes live tomorrow. Oh, nice. Okay, thank you. I'm pretty happy with like WoW Classic for hardcore and Turtle WoW for anything else, but I'll keep it in mind should I wish to give it a go. The trouble, of course, as well, which is that I can't stream that stuff because it's Blizzard doesn't like it. Because Blizzard needs to make their many millions and can't possibly deal with private servers. So just sort of limit me a little bit, but excellent. Okay, that looks better, doesn't it? A little bit of storage. We've got a chair. We just need a bed, really. Could sleep in the chair permanently, but I could do with a bed. So we've got some permanent storage solution. We need an oven. So we need something to cook. We need to grab the ice popsicle freezer thing. That we've got in the car. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Yeah, we could do with the water dispenser as well. What zombie pop settings are you using? We're on default apocalypse settings right now. The only change I've made is to bring like the hours in the day down to 1 hour. Was that the same you used for the tiny cabin VOD on your YouTube? No, that would have been different. Plus, we had the zombie settings wrong for that initially as well. The first episode, I had to change them because it was like way too sparse. There were not enough zombies. If you're wondering, because like you feel like this is a bit quiet at the moment, is because we've already cleared it out, right? This area is being cleared. Okay, so we got an ice freezer. Can you actually put a TV on top of an ice freezer? Out of interest, because I could use it as a table as well. Might be a case of like maybe using a crate as a table for the TV. We'll see. Trying to replicate what you ended up with in that VOD is why I'm asking. Ugh, dude, that was so long ago. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't often mess with the zombie spawn stuff, so like I want to say we would have set it to default apocalypse after I fixed it, but I'd be guessing at best, mate, unfortunately. It was so long ago now that I don't know. Grab all these tools and get them back to the house. It has been non-stop rain, dude. Yesterday and today, it has been pouring down in Zomboid. Jesus. Okay, chat, so here's my thinking. We need a tool shelf. Right, so let's do tools in this one. You can even say tools and crafting, just in general, can go in here. Ooh, I hear a zombie. I'm gonna keep the gas can. I can drop that in the car next time we go back, and we can fill it up when we go to the gas station, because it's worth me topping up the local gas station. Or topping up while it's active, I should say, and also getting an extra generator hooked up there. But, so I think because I'm doing that video about long-term survival prep, when we get so far into this one, that extra generator that we have, I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to keep hold of it, and I'm going to use that as part of the video to demonstrate setting up gas stations with power after the power has gone out, to then allow you to get gas and leave them fueled at the gas station for when you go back. I think I may strategically choose not to take that there yet, just so I can include that as part of the video and long-term survival guide. A couple of shirts I'm not using here. Excess clothes could go in this one for now. Is there a theme for this run? Yeah, so we're basing out of a storage container in this one. Is the thing. Yo, what? Hold on. Am I reading this right? I've just had a notification on my phone, which sometimes happens for like game dev stuff. Apparently Saber Interactive, and this was posted 3 days ago actually. Saber Interactive closed its Russian subsidiary Saber St. Petersburg studio, the main developer of Space Marine 2. I feel like there'd be a much bigger hoo-ha about that if that were true, no? Or is it just like they've closed the office but they're all still employed, or what? It's unclear whether the employees will be affected. They've been moved to other legal entities. They may have been moved to other legal entities. Damn. Hang on, I'm reading about this right now. Apparently it's a bunk article that studio had little to nothing to do with SM2. Yeah, I'm reading a post about this right now, actually. This reads weird. This is not a studio that was involved with Space Marine 2 as a developer. It's a subsidiary that was stationed in St. Petersburg. Saber Interactive is still very much working on Space Marine and other content. The article is written really badly. It claims that it is the studio that developed Space Marine 2, but ends with the fact that Saber Interactive is still there. So, somebody else has written a really long comment about how they're hoping that the devs will be safe and that it won't affect development and whatever, and then they've crossed it through and done an edit underneath that just says, well, this is a dumb news website. Okay, so it's fake news, essentially. It's just a really badly written article. Okay. I love your voice. It's very smoochable. Usually, I mean, usually people would take me for dinner first before talking like that, but damn, first time viewer, all right. Whatever floats your boat, you know, I guess. It's bold. I'll give you that. It's bold. It's 2025. Nobody does that anymore. Yeah, you'll be lucky to get a coffee nowadays. Okay, I'm gonna break into a couple more of these today. I think since it's like raining so much outside. I think we just break into a couple of these and have a look round, you know. Lots of furniture. Shears. Corn. Hail. Mildew cure. That's good. No, thank you very much for the for the compliment, but maybe a little too strong. Hey, maybe a little too strong, but I appreciate the sentiment behind it. I have been told quite a few times before, to be honest, that apparently I have a calming or relaxing voice for some, which you know I'll take it. Unless your name is Jim Bob, in which case my voice is the nails on the chalkboard of your day-to-day life, and serves only to make you angry. But he hides it well. I'll give him that. There's a zombie in this one. Another generator. Ah, some beds. Simple beds. 52% chance to break. It's not great for us. I might just pick up a sofa, honestly. If we get rid of the chair, switch it out with a sofa. What's the comfort is average, so it's the same as the other ones. Kind of want a bed if we're going to do that, don't we? I didn't say I'm gonna smooch, I just said it was smoochable, SMH. Okay, fair. Does the rain mask the sound you make? Rain and fog is supposed to affect zombie vision and hearing. To what extent, I don't know. And I don't actually, I'll correct myself there. I don't know if it's rain or just fog. I know fog affects them. But I don't know if the rain affects them. I know the fog does. That was a big thing they had to like fix it very early on in build 42, because it was supposed to from the get-go, and it kind of didn't. I want that because the garbage bags are going to be useful, as is the pipe wrench for hooking up a rain collector. Nice t-shirt, dude. I like how this is like the one with the drum set, and she's wearing like a skull like rocker t-shirt. Very cool. How another generator mag, dude. 2 in 1 place. Ooh, okay, this is good. The growing seasons. Growing seasons for everything. This means we don't need to read all the packets and everything individually. Now we just know. Is this the unstable version? Yes, this is build 42. Kind of like the red chairs with the cushions, but I think what we might end up doing is getting a sofa and then putting a pillow on it rather than a bed, because but I don't know, we might get a mattress or something instead. Then the second generator mag. Preston did a test and it does matter. I just don't remember how much. Gotcha. I could burn the second generator mag just to upset you guys. Ah, here we go. Mattresses. Good. I already suggested that, actually. I know you did. I was using your suggestion. That was what I was referring to. I could pretend it's my idea, though. I mean, that's basically what being a streamer is all about, is taking ideas from your chat and then claiming that they're your own and giving them absolutely no credit whatsoever. So, I mean, really, we'd just be getting into the spirit of things, you know? That is how it works, man. Iron pipes might make a couple of good weapons, maybe. But then my crowbar is not showing any signs of condition reduction right now. Streamer man stealing ideas, standard, yeah. Okay, so we can have a mattress. But the sleeping comfort is the same on a mattress. It's the same. A mattress without a bed is the same as a sofa. So in that case, I'm getting me a sofa and I'm just putting a bloody pillow on it because it's like, I just feel like that's better. We might break it though. So annoying. Need a sleeping bag with a pillow? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to use the mattress then because it just takes up room for no reason. Okay. It does nothing for us. Infinite money glitch. How's it going on the Long Dark? Good, Michelle. Yeah, we haven't played since what was it, episode 4? Just because like I need to do a little bit of Project Zomboid to get a video made for the main channel. And there's been a lot of games coming out. I will be going back, trust me. I'm not leaving that behind because I really, really, really do want to continue playing that. I was absolutely loving the Long Dark. There's just a lot of games right now, and I do also need to pay the bills and play some Project Zomboid. So these are the ones I want, but they're 52% chance to break. So I need a bit more carpentry skill, really. I need to find a carpentry for intermediates and then do some carpentry stuff. So we've cleared this now. We can check the other ones. Why do pillows weigh 1 kilogram? Who put rocks in it? Yeah, that is a lot, isn't it? That's a lie, according to my neck. What about sofas being as comfortable as beds? God damn it. Really could have done with not fighting a zombie here because I'm carrying too much, but they went down easy, thankfully. No idea how they snuck in. Okay. So, tools. Category. You'll see now as well, chat, that our seed packets in here are ticked, which means that we know the growing season. That's great news for us. So we've got a 60 crate. I feel like that might just be our bookcase. Books and tapes, because they can get very heavy. Books and tapes, I'm thinking. Books, tapes, magazines. In the crate. Did you hear about the guy who didn't wake up after eating cereal? He's brand dead. Ew. Ashley. Stop that. So I need to get a container for like food next to the freezer. For now, I'm gonna put my non-perishables in the right side of the freezer. And we'll move them later. Now I'm gonna check the B42 online map here. I might actually just set us reading because it's raining like a bitch out there. So if I just set us reading for a minute. So West Point, I believe there is a house somewhere. Or is that Muldrow I'm thinking of? I think it's Muldrow. There's a house with an antique stove, but I think that's in Muldrow. Yeah. It is. We could go to Stendo's Firearms, but we don't have a sledgehammer to get in there. We could go to the food market and the hardware store in town. Hardware store might be a good idea for some tools, and the food market, I know we'll have some fresh food that we can grab before the power goes off. And if I remember rightly, in the hardware store, I think there's some books upstairs, like in crates and stuff. I think it's like the next one over is like it's like a post office or something that quite often has a lot of books in it. So we could try hitting that. It's not far away from where we are now. It's like a couple streets over. There's also American Tire. We could try and like find some like a vehicle or something there that works. A better one than ours. Sorry, chat. Just returning message to Lucy. She's just gotten up for the day. What's this message that Lennox sent me? Oh no. Yeah, I can't play that on stream. That's funny. Anyway, what's the duck's favorite breakfast? Quacker oats. My solo save. I'm based at the house near the river northwest of West Point. 2 months in with 50 kills. My longest living person. Nice. I think our next like port of call after the rain subsides a little bit and we get a bit of a break. I think our first big port of call really is to go over to the hardware store, and there's a bookstore sort of attached to it. We'll grab what tools we need. We see about getting a couple more axes. See if there's a sledgehammer. Loot the food market for any goods that might go off, you know. Some veggies. We do need to try and locate an antique stove. Either an antique stove, or what's the electrical skill required to pull out a regular stove, chat? You need electrical skill to do that safely, don't you? I don't know what the skill requirement is. Like level 3 or something for an oven, I think. There used to be a bit of a way around that where I think it was a deep fat fryer could be picked up with like level 1 or 2, whereas the other one was 3, if I've got my numbers right. But I think they may have fixed that. Don't think that's quite the freebie it used to be. Do you run any mods? Yeah, I mean I do sometimes. Right now we're in vanilla though. playthroughs in vanilla. Why do ducks have tail feathers? Oh, I've heard that one like 100 times. That one, I'm sorry, I've heard way too many times before. You gotta remember, like, the well-known ones, right? Like, the basic ones. This is a channel about ducks. I'm gonna have heard them all. The butt quack. Stop posting the mono butt clip. Dude, if you want a mod night, if you want takeout in a movie, you're going the wrong way about it, all right? No movie. Banned. Hang on, I need to get a screenshot, chat. Here we go. Sorry. Your accent is of the type where you don't put an R on the word vanilla. Yeah. Why would I put a word on the word vanilla? Hey, would you like some vanilla? Oh, honey, my bones are aching. Something awful. Please run me a hot bath, darling. No, that's... No. It's vanilla, and it's a bath. No, I'm not... We're not posh around here. Oops. Trying to make sure we get to bed at a decent time so that we're not like going to bed super early like we were the night before. I want to finish this book and then we're going to go sleep. Okay. So that's electrical 1, so we can start dismantling watches. $9 a.m. What's that? 9 a.m. start? Not bad. Good night's sleep in a zombie apocalypse, I would say. Okay, no rain. This is good. Let's try and start clearing our way towards that hardware store. How long have we been recording in this session? 3 hours. Okay. Just do a little bit of clearance toward this hardware store, and then I think we'll wrap up for the day. To get to the hardware store, it's along here, this one, Main Street. So I think what I'd prefer to do is, rather than taking the vehicle for now, I think I'd like to try and clear some zombies up there. Although there is no zombies here. Other than no, there is. There's a few. You know what? Let's take a drive. Let's scout it out, right? Do a scouting run. We don't have to loot it right away if it's too busy. Also, my character has grown a full beard incredibly quickly. Considering I just had a mustache when the outbreak started, we've survived for 5 days. And I have a mustache. I have a full beard already, like a really, really thick beard. Hamon's got so much testosterone running through his veins. Oops. So I think this is the hotel. And then the place we want to go is here. Right? I'm gonna see if we might be able to get away without attracting like loads of undead. What's this for? Chevalier darts. That's this one, I think. No gas. Could be good though. Let's check on the condition because my car's got a absolutely scuffed engine. This one's even worse. Okay, never mind. I could, however, replace the battery. If we find a decent battery here, I could replace the one in mine. I'll check back on that. Let's loot what we can. The zombies didn't seem to follow us very far, so that's good. So I think this is the post office. Locked. Which I would quite like to get in there. The tool store's here, and this is the food market. So they're kind of joined together. Yes, okay. We're in. Pitch black. Oh, Jesus! Ooh, must have come down the stairs while I was going for the light. Good Lord. Oh. Oh. Brother, kill one of them, please. Jesus. How long was I juggling those 3 zombies? Christ on a bike, man. Just kill one. Uh-oh. Let's make sure I've got some space here. Don't want to get trapped in. We can take a break after we've got rid of this one. Nice flea market type spot below the tool store. Below the tool store? Well, the tool store's there. And it's on the ground floor. I am the confusion. Remember me asking if you need a warm-up game after a long break? Watching you absolutely handle that sweaty situation answers that for me. There was a moment there where I was thinking like, I might need to just dash out the door and deal with them outside, but I also didn't want to attract the ones that were down the street or anything. Because I'm mixing up my towns, I'm pretty sure it has a basement. I mean, it could in Build 42, yeah. You could be right. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of these have had changes, right? So let's just open up one of these. I need some food and I need some water, so I mean... I'll have a ginger ale. There should be, I mean, enough time to just... Oh my god, the TV's coming on. I don't like that. Right. This is the tool place. Okay, we got seeds here. Nothing really useful. Hand scythe might work, and a watering can will definitely be good. But none of these seeds are really that useful to us. Nails and screws. Never have enough nails. We've already got a file. Gotta watch the main street because there's almost definitely gonna be zombies out there. I don't think we need any of these. I mean, there's more boxes of nails. Fishing basket. Tackle box. So we can take a tackle box. Again, I suppose the extra box of nails. Why not? Blank keys. Key ring. Oh, these are... Ah, we had some books there. Electrical 2. That's huge. Building 2. Maintenance 2. The mechanics is too much, really. It's too high. Box of batteries. Could be useful. Maintenance 1. Okay, let's get these out to the car. Under the general store, a couple blocks up the road. Gotcha. That's all good, don't worry. Take the tackle box. Just because, you know, if we do go fishing, we can put all the stuff in the tackle box, kind of keep it all together. Nothing to say we won't go fishing at some points. Okay. Good set of books. Maintenance is huge. That's one we're going to read as soon as we get the chance. Because maintenance basically just determines how long our weapons last for. Especially if you're using things like spears. What's the... like garden forks, things like that. Maintenance can be huge. Trunk's basically full. I'd really like to get in this store, but I'd have to go around the front now. It is looking fairly quiet out there. Exposure survival for fishing. Nice. Fishing's looking more and more likely by the minute at this rate. Let's pick up some of these fresh food items. Mayonnaise, 3,000 calories, baby. Let's go. Now, somebody has just yelled outside. that might be a problem. I don't know if the fitness club actually teaches fitness, but we'll try it. That might be a problem because that yell could move the zombies around that are outside right now that we've been avoiding up until now. So I do have to be somewhat careful when we go back outside, because they could be outside the entrances and stuff now. How much is it to remove this stove? Electrical 3 is all we need for an actual, like, proper oven. Okay. Which is probably too much for us to hope for right now, to be honest. Fitness Club 1. Again, I don't know if they actually do anything. I'd like to find out. Some bread. Very handy. And we've got ham and cheese and mayo. Look at that. We could just make a sandwich straight up. Bit of ham, bit of cheese, bit of mayo, sliced bread. Easy, easy. I do need a knife though. We can't use, surely we can't use a paring knife for that. We need like we need a proper knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Oh, hang on. This might offer us a good opportunity here. One sec. So we can access the roof here. Let's see. Okay. So if I want to get to the post office, it should be fine. But there's a bunch of zombies by the town hall. So I'd have to come around this, out the front of the tool store. And try not to attract their attention. Oh, heck yeah, dude. More chips. Olive oil. Good for calories. More chips. Good for calories. Gloves. Box of garbage bags. How many garbage bags do you get in a box, chat? Off the top of your head. Because I'm thinking, like, I probably don't need to grab 2. $20? Oh, yeah, plenty for a... So if we're making a rain collector, that's plenty. Barbecue sauce. Yeah, we can build, like, a couple rain collectors easy. Nice burger, straight from the fridge. Lard. That's good. Cow's milk. We could turn cow's milk into butter. Cartons of cow milk. I'm gonna grab those. If I can get them back to the freezer, we can turn those into butter, I think. Pretty easy, so why not, right? If you're wondering why I'm grabbing all the salt, it's because you can jar it up with vinegar and also use it to make bread with yeast and flour. Jarring stuff with vinegar just sort of like helps preserve it. Gives you a lot of options when it comes to food storage. Get that steel wall as well. Checked is indeed 20 bags. Got you. Will you go to Gamescom in Cologne? Yes, I am. Yep. I am going this year. I'm going to be there from... So, to clarify, I'm going to be there from the Monday to the Friday. I'm not actually going to be there for the weekend. For the event itself. Because last year, when I went, it was absolutely rammed. So I'm going this year on the trade days. And going to check out Cologne on the weekdays. And I'm seeing it as work, basically. It is a work venture. Yeah, I need to drop some of these in the passenger seats. So let's go rear right. Okay. But yes, I will be at Gamescom in some capacity at least. Okay, so now we're gonna nip out the front and try and get into this bookstore. One across the street. Oh, there's so many over there, dude. They've wandered as well. Okay, I think we're probably gonna have to fight some of these. If I can get in the bookstore. Without attracting too much attention. The post office, rather. Yeah, I think we're good. That was a really well-timed level up in sneaking. I think I've already got these. Welding, that's good. I think I've already got that one, but I'm going to grab it just in case. Parcel, large. Oh, it's a microwave. We could use that, chat. We could use a microwave in our little storage bin base. Oh my god. Okay. I think we've already got fishing for intermediates, but again, I'm just gonna grab it. That's a lot of books. Invader, thank you very much for the follow. Kataria as well, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Box. Parcel, extra small. Oh my god, look at all these mail bags. I'm gonna have to check all of them. And all these parcels. That's a TV. I never knew that they did this with the parcels, actually. I guess I haven't been to a place like this. Lots of people getting new microwaves, huh? Threatening letter. Ooh. Small game hunting. Advanced mechanics. We already got that. Good cooking. Nice. This is actually going to be kind of tough to go through all these. House for sale. Woolly yarns. Parcel extra small. That's just junk and stuff. More parcels. Wilderness survival. Harmonica. Extra large, that's a computer. Damn, dude. There's so much stuff. Cropping for cash. Welder monthly. I think we had that, right? Oh no, it's a different month. Okay. Wine. Soap. That's a toast. Nothing of interest in those. Maybe that one. No, that's the wine. Oh, damn, dude. No. Another mailbag in here. Ah, this is so painstaking. Searching through all of these. Wildlife preserve. Is that a fridge? Mini fridge? Okay. Oh man. So what's in here? Bathroom? Yeah. Okay, well, we got a good chunk of books. Not the books I really wanted. I was kind of after a, what's it called? A carpentry book. But still, a lot of good books. Shit. Oh, drop this on there. Okay, this is going to attract a bunch of zombies starting this car up. But luckily it has started. Just want to do a quick drive by the police station, see how busy it is. Okay, relatively. We'd have to find our way past this big group, but we could probably sneak in if we wanted to. Okay, not terrible. I think we could get by there if we needed to. Holy books, I know, dude. That's not great. That's not great. That's a lot of zombies. Nice to see a post office not stuffed with Temu and AliExpress castles. We done with the long dark? No. No. We will be going back to it. I just need to get everything together to make a long form video for the main channel and play some more PZ to be able to do that. So, but I need to get a playthrough a week or two in. That's what we're doing. Okay, we did already have fishing too. Let's get the books back first. These lighter weight items. Here, another zombie. Okay, man, if you could just like wait for a minute. I just gonna go put these items away and then I'll beat the shit out of you, okay? Just please, just give me a moment. One moment, please. I'll be back. Have you eaten yet? Well, I had dinner at lunchtime today, but not dinner, no. I had a big meal before we started streaming. But I'm gonna be wrapping up here before too long, so. Because we streamed more Zomboid today than I thought. I'm gonna unpack everything and then I'll think about food and doing something else. Multiplayer for Build 42 anywhere on the horizon? I know no better than you do, my good sir. So the answer to that is, who knows? Be a good boy and take care of yourself. Shut up, Dad. You're not the boss of me. Have a good one. Grav. Laters. Don't forget the cigarettes and the milk. Do. 5 days. Not bad. Not bad. Making progress on our little storage container. Right, fresh stuff in the left side. Probably should make a sandwich if we're gonna do that, mind you. What? But I have a kitchen knife. Well, don't tell me this is on the crafting menu. Are you fucking serious? Oh, dude. This obsession with the crafting menu is way too much, man. Like, why is that on there? It's common sense crafting. Autocook is a must-have. Cuts out all this nonsense. I like the mod Project Cook. Project Cook is really cool. Ham and cheese sandwich with chives. Mind if I do? Yeah, I like the honestly I like the mods that have like redone the UI. Project Cook is really nice. And the other one that Rocco did, the it's called Neat Crafting, I think, was really good as well. I know. I just really hope they take a look at the crafting menu like as a whole and realize that they've gone, like, initially they said in the dev blogs that what they were hoping to do was make a lot more interactions contextual so that you didn't have to go to a right-click menu and could hit, like, E on things that would make sense. Like, okay, put a watering can in your hands and then press E on a crop plot to water it and stuff like that. And I think somewhere along the line that changed into, let's take as many things off the right-click menu and put them on the crafting menu instead. And I don't know where that came from, but it's very clear that people aren't enjoying it because it's now over-cluttered the crafting menu entirely with all these tiny little, like, disassembly and unpack and, you know, like, I don't need a recipe telling me how to unpack things from a box, you know? I should just be able to right-click on the box. It makes zero sense to me. You cut down so many of those recipes so quickly just by making common sense actions on the right click. And everything else that is making a new item should be on the crafting menu. That's how it would make sense to me. And I also we were talking about this the other day on a different stream. I really like the idea of having a research bench that shows you at a glance the crafting web that you are interested in. So, you know, if you go to a crafting menu, right, and you think, okay, I want to make an oil press. That's a bad example. Where's a better example? I want to make a large bellows, right? But, oh, I need medium leather for that. So I'm going to search up medium leather or search up whatever other tools I need. And you end up going in this loop of like, oh, I need to find out how to craft this and how to craft that. And it's just a massive web. I would really like a research bench where all of that stuff can be looked up. If that makes sense. So you could say like, oh, I want to craft an anvil, and it would be like, okay, to make an anvil, here's the little tree of what everything involved in that craft on the research bench, and the bench tells you like, okay, if you say you click on one part of the web, right, it would be like, this is how you make this. But maybe it doesn't reveal everything to you. You know, like if you need it, let's say you need to learn this from a recipe book or something like that. It can just say like learned by ? Or, you know, it doesn't have to tell you everything, but it should show you everything involved in that craft and give you an idea of what materials are needed to make it and such and such and such. I feel like that would make things so much like simpler. It would take so much off the crafting menu. It would just cut down this time that we spend trawling through items right now. I feel like it would really make a lot of sense. And move some stuff over, I don't know, to a different, like, you know. The issue of scalability to keep adding into context menus as they are. Yeah, not having an actual radial or hotkey is a problem. I also don't understand, like, Chuck, how, like, what's such a problem about having, like, both? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's look at the barricades, right? So now to make a barricade, we have to do it by the crafting menu, by the building menu, which for some reason is not in the carpentry tree, even though it levels your carpentry skill, by the way. Which still boggles my mind. I don't know who's deciding where these things go, but they need a serious kick up the arse because it's just getting ridiculous at this point. Why it's on the building menu, but then it's been removed from the right-click menu. What's the problem in having both? And the answer is like you've just said there, like it's to minimize the footprint on the right-click menu. But I don't know about you. I would rather have 6 or 8 options on the right-click menu when I right-click on an individual item. That, you know, you're only ever going to have 6 or 8 things, 6 to 8 maybe maximum, on the right-click menu, than 40 items on a crafting menu. You know what I mean? This is always going to be more digestible than seeing all of the stuff on the building menu. Does that make sense? To me, it just boggles my... I don't know why we've gone to war on right-click menus. I just don't get it. I understand the crafting menu has a place, but it shouldn't be... The goal shouldn't be, let's remove all of the right-click stuff. It makes sense in a contextual environment that you right-click on an item like this, and it brings up what's possible to do with that item. So, why... I don't get it. I don't get it. It just makes no sense to me. Sure, there is a reason. It's just I just don't know if it's the right course of action right now. Especially when the crafting menu clearly needs some UI changes for everybody to be happy with it. Because the one thing that everybody is saying is that the crafting menu doesn't work, right? It's overwhelming. It's too much. So why we're still adding things to it when it clearly needs a redesign is, yeah. I'm not quite sure I can get behind it, but you know, hopefully that'll change in future. Can you maybe show the cooking menu a bit? So that's kind of the thing, Sammy, is there's no cooking menu. There's no cooking menu. It's all done through like crafting and stuff. So what's the best way for me to describe this? I don't have a lot of items right now, but let me have a look. Because a lot of it is just on the crafting menu or on the right-click menu. It's not simple, but so let's do another. Oh, right, let's do something proper. So we've got sausage here. Let's do sausage. I don't really have the stuff, do I, for this? Where was that saucepan we had? Might be able to make pasta. Because I dropped the saucepan at some point. We have the roasting pan. Must have dropped the saucepan. I don't really have enough stuff to do a proper meal. I think the best thing I can do is make a sandwich. It's like my best meal right now available to me. Oh, hang on. No, we got some corned beef here. Okay, we're forming a recipe. It's not gonna be the best meal ever, but we're forming a recipe. Let's grab some salt, oregano, some lard, some cheese, and we'll just see if these things will work. And then we're gonna grab the empty pan. Now I have a microwave here now, so we're gonna, I can't put the tin in there because that will start a fire, but we're gonna kind of defrost some of this stuff. I don't know if the oregano would start a fire or not. I'm gonna risk it. Sir, I'm glad to say this in person. Your first Wii video has changed my PC gameplay tremendously. After watching, I've had the best run and start in the game in terms of combat, surviving, and staying out of trouble. I was ready to uninstall it. Now I'm excited to play again. Hey, that's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that, man. That's exactly what these videos are made, and I'm very, very happy to hear it. Is that on a timer? It is on a timer. I don't really want it on a timer, but I guess it seems like there's no other option but to put it on timers now. Is that alright? I can just turn it on. Okay. So, now that these items are defrosted, we can right-click on the pan and create a roast that way. Is it on the crafting menu? This drives me up the wall, man. So you're telling me that creating a roast is on the right-click menu? Okay. Well, so we've added sausage to our roast. Now we get to add seasoning. So right now, it's basically, there is no cooking menu. It's like right-clicking items, and you get like a display of unhappiness, boredom stats, stuff like that. How that's going to affect what you're crafting. We can put the cheese back, put that back. I don't really have a lot to add to this right now because we haven't really got the chance to get a bunch of items yet, especially fresh produce. And what's worse, I don't think I can cook this because it's metal. This is the worst demonstration of cooking in Project Zomboid that you've ever experienced. So I apologize because I can't actually cook this. But yeah, in answer to your question, there is no cooking menu right now, but there is a mod called Project Cook that is very, very, very good, I think, and actually gives you a proper cooking menu. I just closed PC so I can watch your tutorials because I didn't know how to cook. Thank you so much. Yeah, no worries. It's basically just right-click menu stuff. It's weird. Yeah. You're basing out of a storage unit? Yeah, I wanted to do something a little bit different with this one. So we're basing out of a storage unit and we're gonna try and like turn it into a, you know, semi-viable base. It'll push the boundaries. We might need to knock in a wall, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, it'd be good. All right, I like right-clicking. Makes it possible to do infinite combinations. Very easy. Yeah, yeah, I like it too. I don't understand why we're having a war on the right-click menu on the dev team, but it'd be what it be. It'd be what it be. I think that's where I'm going to wrap up the stream and the VOD for today. The VOD's going to be about 4 hours long. So if you've watched this VOD, thank you very much for doing so. There will be a link in the description to the Twitch stream where you can watch these recorded live. There should be at least another couple of these, maybe 1 or 2 more in this series. So keep an eye out for those coming up on the VOD channel. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you all in the next one.